Hello and welcome to Last Week in Finance. Today is May 23rd of 2021. Let's start with the numbers right away. The S&P 500 down, slightly down for the week, 0.43%. Right now it's at 4,155 points. Okay, the S&P did this week the same as last week. Start with a sell-off Monday, Tuesday, maybe ticking on Wednesday, and by Friday went way up, almost break even for the week, just like last week. The DXY, the US dollar index, was down for the week, slightly down, 0.32%. Right now it's at a flat 90 point mark. What's going on? Basically, it's been in a consolidation of these levels since the previous highs from the past few weeks from the S&P and the Dow. Nasdaq a little bit farther away from the previous all-time highs, but still consolidating at this point, which still overpriced. So you may say there, you may say the crash is coming. The crash, the so-called self-fulfilled prophecy of it has to go down. I mean, all the markets are obviously overpriced right now. We will see what happens in the next few months. Gold actually has been very bullish the past few weeks. For this week, over 2%, 2.06. Right now, the ounce of gold is at $1,881. Silver, up for the week, not as much as gold. It 0.53% for the week. Right now, the ounce of silver is at $27.56. Copper, which has been very bullish throughout the year, actually has a couple of weeks lagging down. This week went down almost 4%. Right now, the pound of copper is at $4.50. Crude oil, a little bit on a roller coaster, but it was flat for the week. The barrel of crude oil is right now at $63.88. The 10-year Treasury bond down for the week, 0.70%. Right now, the yield of the 10-year Treasury bond is at 1.619, slightly down from previous year all-time this year time high. That it was 7.5, 1.75-ish percent. Apparently, the market are dealing with that, but if it goes to 2% or something, everything's gonna collapse. We will see. And of course, the big story of the week is cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin went down for the week close to 25%. Right now, it's at $36,900 from the previous crash that reached almost to $30,000 per Bitcoin. Apparently, did that get bounce from that, and more on that later. Okay, the market's still the same. The economy in general, the jobless claims report is been slightly coming down, not as far down I would like to see. The last jobless claim report is at 4 400,044K, slightly below the mark of 450,000 that some economists were expecting. The Fed, the Federal Reserve, apparently it's looking to tempering the market to slightly increasing rates, the Fed funds rate. Let's see what happens. And probably the market is on some sort of expectation. See what's going on. Maybe not a sell-off is coming, but at least a significant correction. We'll see what is going to happen. And of course, real estate market is getting it's apparently cool enough. If you see the broad average price of the last few weeks, it's been slightly going down. I mean, doesn't mean the market is still not hot. Just that means is the national average is going down. That might be because some states, some parts of the country, like the big cities in California, New York, New Jersey, etc. In those places, the the average price of a property is closing below because people are moving. I mean, supply and demand. There is more supply than actually demand. The demand is stagnated pretty much. People are leaving the cities for either other states like Texas and Florida and Nevada, and also they're leaving for smaller cities within these states. It's going down. I don't know. Although I read a report of the confidence levels of the home builders, and it's way, way up. People are paying this. I mean, the construction people are paying these crazy prices for construction materials. Although lumber actually is trending down, it was at some point at $1,700 per lumber. Right now it's at 1,200. I mean, it's $500 difference. Still, construction is hot. That doesn't mean these units are gonna be sold at the near future. Although in the same confidence level report, home buyers are very low on confidence levels. So, what doesn't mean? Maybe the construction guys, the home builders are oversupplying the market, and the buyers, the potential buyers, are just, already saturated the market and are gonna buy more. I don't know exactly. We will see in the past few months. And of course, I don't like to leave behind Canada. Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, said it's going to tighten up the mortgage requirements in order to cool off the Canadian white hot real estate market. Also, I read a report that is a huge disparity, historically huge disparity, between the income of the average Canadian family and the actual home prices. And many people are getting priced out of the market. In the United States, young millennials, but in Canada, it's basically everyone. Everyone, every middle income family, actually middle high income family, people who is almost high class, is getting priced out of the market. You see the average detached homes in big cities like Vancouver and Toronto and you name it. The average price is around 1.5 million Canadian dollars. I mean, that's unbearable for most people. And of course, I'm gonna circle back to crypto. And what I want to say about crypto is this crypto crash, could be the next dot-com bubble for this case, crypto. In the case you were very young and you don't know anything about the dot-com bubble, in the late 90s with a lot of speculation with these new internet companies. Remember, in the 90s, internet was a fairly new deal. We didn't know, we didn't even knew how it's gonna play out within the economy. It was just a fad for many people. And you see the star companies like Amazon, for instance, and Yahoo and Google and American Online and you name it. Of course, there is a bunch of companies that right now doesn't exist, but at the moment were very, very, very huge. I mean, we're the new kids on the block with this outrageous overpriced overpriced market cap. Okay, what happened then was a huge crash by 2000. Of course, many people were leveraged with these companies. These companies had no intrinsic value. They didn't have the income statement or anything because these companies weren't doing anything, which just the expectation that we'll do something in the future. And of course, we know the story. Amazon was at this the year 2000, the stock price was 100 and something, and it crashed down to six. That doesn't mean the Amazon is not a good company. Of course, right now we or everyone knows it's a great company, but at that moment it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't doing anything. Okay, many people are predicting the same thing with crypto. We have this new technology, aka blockchain. We have all these promising cryptocurrencies like Ether and Cardano, Litecoin, Dash, Monero, you name it. All are very overpriced, and of course, we have Bitcoin. What could happen?